Okay, market analysis Sunday. So I'm gonna make this video quick because I got a lot of stuff to do. But I'm gonna come and make another video about analyzing what happened on Friday and all the trades that happened last week. I think I only did Thursday and Friday. I really want to review them. It's gonna be a longer video, but uh, long story short, analysis for NQ. Okay, so as I said before, we've seen these patterns before, right? I anticipated this to happen. Price comes down. Um, we make this pattern right here. We make the V. We make retracement. I believe this is also called a turtle soup, which is a bullish pattern. We made this pattern. We retrace. We retrace down to this support level, right? And then we moved up. So two things needed to happen right here, right? This is bearish, this is either bearish or bullish, right? The way we can know this is bearish is that if it goes up to the high, the way we know is bullish if it takes out the low first. So right now we're very bearish, right? Because we're aiming for the high. Um, One thing I do want to talk about is uh when I was back testing my Fibonacci tool, right? I was back testing this tool. I realized um most people or most videos that we're watching, they usually let me do this on a let me do this on a back test. Okay. Most people what they do is they use the Fibonacci tool, right? And if they're going bullish, they go um top to bottom, right? If they're going bearish, they go bottom to top and they use the levels, right? But what I realized, um these aren't the real moves, right? This is just liquidity being taken out somewhere, right? And when I'm looking, this is this low range right here. This is not really a liquidity. It's a liquidity run in some sort, but it's not the strongest form of liquidity run. You see how it's small candles, right? Uh, why do I say that? I realized the sellers weren't stepping in here, right? This is just a liquidity soup to the upside, sell side liquidity, right? The sellers were actually stepping in right here, or mostly right here. And if you draw that resistance line on top of this, you realize this is confirmed by this long bearish move coming down of large volume right on here. This is a strong supply zone. So sellers actually came in here, yet price is still moving up, meaning it probably wants to take out the liquidity at the top, mess around up here, and then we need to see one seller step in, or if it comes back down to this previous high and is uses as support for us to move up, right? But it's um I think we're just reaching for liquidity because sellers are in this zone right here on this line. Sellers are here, they're entering here, and also here, buyers are not stepping in right here. Buyers are stepping in around here. Now, you may ask, how do I notice? Uh, Again, here, if I draw this line, you can see this is a support zone, a demand zone where buyers are stepping in, right? You can see it's a little more up because what most people like to do, which is a good theory, they like to do the top to the bottom of the wick, and that's a whole demand zone, and that's supported here. Where if it's a supply zone, top to the bottom of the wick, this is a supply zone, which is confirmed here, right? So maybe we can use it as that, but I just like using a line, and I'll just look for buyers to step in. But anyways, talking about that, this is where I think the strongest Fibonacci levels are, right? It's being respected. I'm talking about this because I use my Fibonacci as a confirmation. So what I want to do is I want to see uh downside potential here, right? So what I will do is, or I should just use upside, right, for now. But now that we're going to the top, I would want to use top to bottom, right? Top to bottom because we are in an uptrend. And when we see that rejection, we switch it down from top to bottom, right? What did I say before? No, to go up to go up. If we're bullish, we go bottom to top. Once it switches to bearish bias, we go from top to bottom. So right here, I want to do my bottom to top because we're moving up. And now these are my levels, right? These are my strong levels that want to be contested, right? Where is my brush? These two levels, right? And possibly even this level up here. That's a very strong level. We need a lot of strong momentum, which is happening here, right? It's bouncing above this supply zone, and it already confirmed right here. So we're most likely going to move up stronger. But now I want to see rejection at these levels. Now, if we are to move down from here, because this is a fair value gap zone as well, right? I shown it here. This is a nice fair value gap zone. If we are to move there, what do we do? If we are to reject here, we need to see sellers stepping early, right? Which I doubt it. I think it's just going to keep moving up. We would need to look for another zone to re-enter, which I saw there was there was a zone right here where we can look at, right? So I would want to look for this low to be swept out, and we create downwards momentum, and then move up to sweep out, right? But if we just move up, I would want to look for the levels, these levels up here to be taken out. So these are my levels for today. This is also my level if we get bearish momentum early. So this is what I'm looking at. These three levels, right? And I'm chilling. I'm chilling and I'm waiting. I don't really want to trade this right now until we reach up. Um, unless I see like I'm gonna skip Tokyo session. Unless I see something happen in London session where sellers are stepping in early, or we reject in Tokyo and I see buyers start to step in, I would really like to re-enter there. But yeah, I don't think this rejects here. It's a possibility. I can't say I think because I don't know what the fuck is happening. I'm not a fortune teller. I can't say I think. All I can do is play reactively, which is what I'm going to do, right? Um, Beautiful. So these are my levels for today. So that's my bias, but um, am I very long term bearish on NQ? No, not really, right? This is just still in a strong uptrend. All it's doing is testing this dip right here, and after we test the dip, we would want to retest a low somewhere, right? It might not be this low, it might be this low, right? We might reject and come either down here or come down here to reject because there's liquidity and this is also demand zone. These are two levels right here that we need to retest. These are two major levels right now. So I am just chilling and waiting, and we're gonna have to see how the day plays out. Yeah, that's about it. This is beautiful. Oh, the last thing I wanted to say, I forgot what to mention. The reason I know that buyers are stepping here, sellers are stepping here, and not even because of the support and demand zone, but because of the volume as well, right? If I look here, was it here? I think I saw it better on the 1 hour. Yeah, it was right here. We get that big red candle, a lot of effort, and then we get a small green candle, a lot of effort, and it's engulfing the candle. This is if you don't know about candle pattern, this is a bullish engulfing candle. Right? This is what this is. It's when the candle is overlapping or consuming that candle, right? And it's not the strongest. This is like the perfect basic example. It's just a candle that's engulfing the body. See how it's not even going over the wick, the body. We're mostly looking at the body, right? We're looking at the previous body and the next body. This is the top and the bottom of the red body. The green is engulfing that body, right? And if we look down here, that's exactly what it's doing. We can zoom in very strongly, right? We're engulfing, maybe not the top that much, but definitely on the bottom. But this is a major indication that I'm so bearish. This is a big red candle coming out, right? a big red candle, and then a big red candle, and then a big green volume, but they got a little bit of result for their effort, right? Especially here, and then right here again we got a big red candle, right? A little bit of effort, but a strong result, showing that the sellers actually continue to step in here stronger, right? And what are the sellers trying to do? They're trying to make their move in the market, and they want to move the price down larger. But what do they need to do? As my mentor David Paul said, they need to take out the masses. They're going for liquidity, and this is why I'm so bearish on the week. Maybe long term, but not long term. Maybe this week and the next week. I want us to see us come down stronger. I think that the fall will be stronger than the rise, right? So the sellers are stepping here. This is a liquidity run. This is not that hard of a liquidity run because it's more or less ranging and having like like a rounded top. This is, you can say this is around the bottom, but this is not really around the bottom because the bars are strong. One, two, three, four, five, six. Like I'm getting strong bars. What bars am I getting here? Okay, maybe a few, but it's mostly range, right? It's like it was stalling, which it was stalling because this was after market hours, right? And Tokyo session hours. And then it drops down in New York session. So this is just stalling. So now I really want to see what happens. Market opens in 45 minutes. Um, if you're in my group chat, talk about the video in the group chat. Tell me what you think. Give me your take, and yeah, let's see how the day goes. Good luck, everybody.